Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with Rooted in the Rock, and we've got something dropping from the encouragement branch right now. Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with Rooted in the Rock, and I have an encouragement for you. All right, this is actually not how I planned to start things, but you know how that goes. So I'm actually going to read notes that I made the other day, and this is it. I'm just going to read it to you. I'm sorry. You'll see what I'm talking about. So, I did not plan for this day to be my first post, and I certainly didn't plan to ever record a video just reading something written. Totally not my style. I'm a keep an outline and talk naturally kind of person, okay? But here I am after midnight, was after midnight when I typed it, okay? Here I am after midnight typing on my phone in bed because I'm afraid I'll lose what's swirling around in my head and not convey it as well later after I'm rested and reset. My day ended miserably. The day wasn't really that bad, but one thing happened, and then another, and then another. I actually said to my husband when he came home, I said, "The longer I'm conscious, the worse it gets. So just smack me in the head with a hammer and I'll see you tomorrow." Yeah, I didn't help things at all at that point. I was, and I tried all evening. I really did. I remembered that about Peter or whoever it was having to encourage himself. And I pulled up a Joyce Meyer bit on YouTube that I felt looked good, and it really helped. That was earlier in the afternoon. Until another something happened, and I had to try to work my way back again. Anyway, I'm sure you get the idea. It was just one thing after another. And of course, I ended up crushing the soul of not just one, but both of my children at bedtime. The worst possible time of the day for anyone to feel bad. I say crushing their soul, but like for my 8-year-old, it was that she asked to sleep in her sister's room, and I said no and didn't give in to any argument. You know how that is with kids. It's like those pictures you take of an epic meltdown when they're little, and the ridiculous, preposterous reason for it is just hilarious. Well, this wasn't hilarious, but still pretty dumb. And even if it is dumb and ridiculous, it still breaks mommy's heart. Anyway, so the day turned poopy and just got worse the longer it went. Both kids at bedtime, different situations, but both upset and tears were shed. Let's add on some horrible guilt and all the things that go with that. Hubs got home super late, so that was a stinker in its own right, and I was a total picnic to come home to. I'm so sorry. Really, it was. So everyone knocked out, and I sat up and watched a mediocre Hallmark movie and ate some chocolate rocks from Buc-ee's to try and avoid thinking too much and the inevitable breakdown. But it only works for so long. Sometimes with God, I'm like a kid who refuses to give up and go to sleep and just runs until he can't anymore. You know, when they're like literally, I've had stories from friends where they're literally running around the house and then just passed out asleep. I just lost my place. Okay. A lot of the time, I actually do it until I can break down and have my moment in private. So I finally gave up and just let the tears come and begged forgiveness. Now, I'm not sharing this to get soothing pats or to vent even. I really just wanted to share some encouragement, especially with all of the holiday crazy going on. It's hard to see how a story of a poopy day and handling things in a less than stellar way would be very encouraging. But there were some sprinkles, and sprinkles just brighten everything, don't they? So my first little sprinkle was something that floats around among my old mom's group friends. I don't remember who said it first. I'm sorry, guys. And I admit I cling to this a little sometimes, or maybe a lot, actually. But it's that God assigned my babies to me intentionally. He picked me to be their mommy, and he doesn't make mistakes. I am the best mommy for them, and even if I sometimes feel I don't do a good job and I've messed it all up or I'm just a terrible choice, he knows everything I have ever done and everything I will ever do, and he still chose me for them and them for me. So it's okay. It will all be okay. Another sprinkle, and really the main one, was I just wanted to share that stuff happens. Bad days happen. We lose our cool. Some of us, a lot. Especially when we're working so hard not to. That's when we hit the hardest sometimes, right? But thank God that we get a new chance to start again every day. His mercies are new every day. At the end of days like this, I just want to get to sleep so I can start over. But really, the big main point or sprinkle that I want to toss out there is that you are not alone. For one thing, he is always with you, and you cannot hide from him. You can't hide. Like, you can try, but he's going to find you. And no one besides God is perfect. Even if there is someone you know that always seems to have it all together, they do not. Even if they always have their perfect party ducks in a row, there is something that they feel the same way about. It's like with school. Everything has a subject or something that they don't do as well with. It's the same in spiritual things and family things too. The holidays are so great, but they can be really hard too. There's a lot going on, and a lot of us are having a hard time missing people right now too. Just remember that Christmas means that our Heavenly Father is always with us. He is there if you need a huge hug to sob it out and reset. He will still be there if you lose your temper and yell at someone. He will wait patiently until you're done acting like a big baby. He knows everything you have ever done. He knows everything you will ever do, and he still loves you. And if you feel like you just don't have it together, and or all the things aren't up pretty, and or you're way behind on something, the list goes on, and I have a huge list. I don't know about you, but I always have a huge list, okay? You are not alone, friend. It's okay. Just spend some time with Jesus and start again tomorrow. It's all good. We're all there. There's really nothing I can add, but that's what I was feeling the other night. And it was just going on in here. And I just knew that if I didn't get it, I knew I couldn't get up and record, but I knew that if I didn't get it down, it just wouldn't get conveyed the right way or the same way. So that was in my heart I probably just whacked the microphone. I'm sorry. That was in my heart for all of you a couple of nights ago. So I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all the things, happy holidays. Thank God we're getting a little bit of break from school. I don't know about everyone else, but I always look forward to being able to just breathe for a minute, get past all the parties. It can be kind of stressful, even though it's a fun time. But just remember what the whole season is about, why we get this break, why we have the parties. It's a birthday party and celebrating the birth of Jesus. Some people, you see the signs, he is the reason for the season and all of that. But he is. And it's his birthday. So this is like one of my favorite holiday, probably my favorite holiday of all. I love the lights. I love just the fun things that everybody does and all the things. But just remember, this is a time of year we celebrate his birthday. Birthdays are special, but his birthday is the most special of all because that is where our forgiveness comes from. He was the sacrifice for us. And Oh, thank God. Because I, I can only speak for myself, but, like I said, no one is perfect but him, and there's no way I'd be getting there on my own merit. So thank God. Thank God. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday.